Usually naman, like, equipment is, but because sanay na tayo, diba? We kind of learn how to work around it. We've had a lot of bad experience when it comes to sound system, but siguro, for me, at the top of my head, it wasn't a gig. It was a series of concerts of Gary Valenciano last year. Okay. And I was part of the concert. And I was right smack in the middle of the concert. What was gonna happen was I was gonna come out. I should be like walking and playing my guitar at the same time. And then I would just end up in the middle of the stage, right? This is like music museum. And this was like the hype of it. Kasi right in the middle. So I'm like, wow, that's next. So I'm like, yeah. So, sabi na, ladies and gentlemen, Julianne. And then they push me out and I'm like, there's no guitar. But I can't go back because I'm already mid-stage. So I walk in the middle, the lights are still out. I'm standing there, waiting for my guitar to be turned on. Nothing's happening. It's just like pitch black. And I'm like, oh my God, this is a Gary Valenciano concert and I'm ruining it. And it was so long. Like, I think it was a good, 2 minutes of lull. And then the stage manager's just like, talk. And I'm like, what am I gonna do? So they put a spotlight on me. So I have to talk, right? So I'm like, hi. I don't know. I can't even remember what I said. I just said, I'm so sorry. Parang we're just fixing some technical difficulties. I just said, thank you for coming to the show. Give them a little bit of, my name is Julianne. I'm a singer-songwriter, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, please put my... Then the whole time, people are in the back trying to figure out what was wrong. Yeah. And then I'm like, is the piano working? And then, because if the piano's working, I'm going to play piano. And then everybody started laughing. I'm like, oh, they like that. So I just kind of went with it. And then Shaw, the guitar player, is like, why don't you just borrow your electric guitar? So we exchanged guitars. And when nung una may tunog. Okay, ito na lang. I'm like, wow, this is gonna sound really, really weird. And then I started playing, and then the electric guitar conks out too. Oh my God. I'm like, what the hell is happening? I'm like, wow. So syempre people were starting to get uncomfortable na for me. Buti na lang, I don't know what happened. They got my guitar to work, my acoustic. And so we exchanged na naman. Yeah. And then, wala. Talaga, you just have to kind of just go with the flow. And then, so I sang my song. And then, what happens kasi after my song is that I have a duet with Tito Gary naman na walang gitara. Ay, hindi, meron pala. So, but man, that was like... the longest 5 minutes of my life after. Oh man, the whole team really just got it from actually Pao, because si Pao was the director. They're like, somebody should have helped Julie, because I'm like, what am I gonna do? Parang all of a sudden I felt like the whole show was on my shoulders and it was up to me to kind of like so I just kept talking to the crowd and
God, what an experience.
I can't even remember what I said, but according to I think I had family there, like, nah, you're actually pretty entertaining to watch. And, like, it was pretty funny how you're like, is the piano working? Or is this working? Ganun. So, man, I wanted to, like, run off stage and cry in the bathroom. That was what I wanted to do, but I couldn't. The best, siguro, was when me and my band flew to the Bay Beats Festival in Singapore. That was the first time that we were able to go out as a group. Kasi I would go out all the time, but it's just me. Every time I go out, just the support that I feel from, not just the Pinoys, but just, everywhere I go, just this amount of support and love that you feel outside of your country is just tremendous. And every time I come home, I'm like, man, I keep bragging to them, like, we want that too. So for me to see them actually experience that for themselves and see how much, there's so much more out there was so special to me. Yeah. And Bay Beats, because we were at the chill out stage, so it was at the entrance of the Esplanade, and that place was just packed. People were sitting on the floor. There was even a guy who was like lying down in front of the stage listening to me. So it was just so cool. And they stayed the whole time because we had 2 sets and we were kind of like back to back with another band. Basta, it was just really a really, really great experience and we had so much fun. Yeah. It's not a joke. Like, everybody who goes through this, talagang you'll feel it's blood, sweat, and tears put into your craft. Now I have just a newfound respect for this whole thing.